this one might go on both channels. I don't know yet. Undecided. For my family and friends, I'll discuss the day that I had yesterday, my son Nick and I. It started out, I got up at 5:45 to a knock on my door from my son Nick, and he was telling me that someone we both love very much needed help extricating herself out of an abusive situation. So we got in my wife's pickup and drove over to Ada and got her and her belongings and brought her to the farm here, put her stuff in storage. And not long after that, I hadn't been to bed but about 2 hours already, so I told Nick I need to lay down for a bit. So I got an hour nap, got back up, and then we got in my van and we drove to McAlester, Oklahoma, and picked up belongings, what few belongings haven't been stolen from my brother Chris. From his house in McAlester. I'm not going to denigrate anybody, just say that he's a lot more charitable about things than I would be. Somebody, whether it's one of my children, a friend, or anybody else, takes something from me, I will take twice from them. I'm not a nice guy a lot of the time. But we got in, you probably won't hear it, the stuff got left in my van. The reason we took my van is so it's sheltered from the weather, his stuff is, when we brought it back. And the old van just Cadillac'd along. We didn't have any problems making it over there and back. I've got some gas treatment I'm going to put into it. Evidently they never dumped the tank, so it sat for years. It had a lot of varnish in it, so I've got fuel stabilizer that I'm going to put in it, and then I've got an oil additive I'm going to put in my wife's pickup. I haven't done either yet. My son Nick graciously removed the belongings of my brother, and there's a storage room right through that wall. I'll spin this around if it will. Over there's my guitars, some of them, and through that wall is a storage building that my son Nick built for us and added on to this office. It was originally a chicken coop, and it's going to be again in April. My wife's getting chickens in. That way we can have eggs here that are fresh, and I can supply eggs to my friends, and we won't charge for them. I've been out here working. One thing I did, which is going to sound stupid, this is a key to my wife's pickup. It's my son Nick's old key, and the top of it broke off, and so he made a deal for it and it came off. Well, what I'm doing right now is letting the glue harden. I improvised, probably just leave the tape on it, to go on, what did I do with that? I'd lose my head if it wasn't bolted on. Where did I put it? There it is. To go on this thing. This is supposed to be on a camera, or a walking cane rather. I'd rather put the key to my wife's pickup on that. That way I can carry it and I'm not having to carry it on my other keychain. I can just stick it in one of my pockets, have this hanging over so the very edge of it so I can get it and go. That's how I like to do things. Well, let's see if that's dry yet. Probably is. I'll cut that off. And but anyway, I was in a vehicle traveling or sitting and waiting on other people to get done yesterday for a grand total of about 12 and a half hours. And then when we got done doing that, I came home, gathered my sweetheart up, and we went to eat in Ardmore, down in Ardmore. So we were gone a couple hours for that, 2.5 hours, something, I don't know. At a Chinese restaurant that we really like, she really likes. I had real sushi and real sashimi, not the crap you get that's pre-made and they say it is. The fish is raw, the other meat is raw, and they warn you about that so you know what you're consuming before you eat it. Well, I did that. Now I probably will just do this on this one channel. Beginning Tuesday, I'm going to start doing podcasts on Rumble regularly. I just haven't had a chance. Most folks can't understand why I say I'll do something, and I have good intentions to do it, but I don't get it done. And the problem is, I am busy. I'm busier than anybody would possibly understand except those that live with me and close friends. And I'm running all the time. I mean, constantly going and taking care of things. That's what a patriarch does, a biblical patriarch, and that's what I view myself as. I love my family. I love my friends. I saw 2 of my church family this morning. Told them I love them, care about them, and I do. I saw my best friend Jerry's wife Diane at Walmart earlier, and I just told her I love you and I hope you have a good day. And that is the way to be, not be the way I used to be. The old me was mean as all get out, and I'm not that guy anymore. He's still in there someplace, but I beat him down every day. I'm not going to put up with me being that anymore. That sounds strange, I know. I found another thing that, now I've got, a lot of people do not understand this, so I'll be real point blank about it. I have Muslim friends. I have Hindu friends. I have gay friends. I don't judge anybody. That is God's position, not mine. I'm not God. I'm just me. Just a guy in his 70s that's losing a little weight, that loves his family more than he loves anything, that does what he can to make a little extra money plus his retirement. A guy who's totally in love with his wife, and I am. I love that girl more than most people could possibly understand. It's not a figurative love, it is an intense love. And I'm intensely in love with her. I have a lot of things I've got to do this afternoon, and it's about 25 after 1. But I'm going to give you the reason I alluded to me having Muslim friends. I have a friend, I'm not going to name her name. She is white. She's married to a Muslim guy. They had children together. She wears the headscarf, and she had a mask on because she's in ill health. And I pray for her, and I tell her that, and she appreciates it. She had a mask on to keep from catching something because she has to go have blood work done, and if she goes in and she's got the flu or anything else, it'll be another 3 months before she can have the blood work done. She's a cancer survivor, as am I, as is my wife. So she was telling me that she had a man come through her checkout line and tell her, I want an American to wait on me. She's American as they get. Her husband is American. They're just Muslim. And I won't say what I told her, but I did tell her he's lucky I wasn't in line behind him. I will defend a woman. I don't care what woman it is. They're God's gift to the human race. They bear children. And that is, the fact of that is, the ladies are a blessing to humanity. They're a blessing from God. And people that do not understand that need to understand Jesus is coming back soon, and he's not going to appreciate your attitude if you are a misogynist and you don't like women. Now, another thing before I shut this down. I have a good friend, Danette Doust, D-O-U-S-T. It's a French name, I think. She and her husband David and their son Mike are just extremely good friends of mine. They're members of my church. And Danette's daddy died. So give that family prayers, please, if you're the praying kind. I've got to get off of here. I've got so much to attend to today, and I need to go see my wife. I need I've got to go back to Walmart because I forgot something. I have a notebook. Let me see if I can find it. Right here. All flowers and unicorns, you know. And I write down stuff to remember what to do. But the problem was I didn't have an ink pen. Well, I bought an ink pen and I forgot to put it in here with it. I bought 2 ink pens. And I've got to take care of some stuff. So while this video's uploading, I'll take this ink pen and I will put it in my pocket so that I can remember to write down what I forgot. Well, know this crippled, crazy, ugly old man loves you. I do. And Jesus loves you. And like that sign up there says, right there, be kind. If you practice kindness, you'll be amazed how great your life is going to be. I can testify that. Love you guys. Later.